Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is Ridlotun Fistiani. I want to talk about, do you think children should always obey their parents, or are there times when it's not necessary for children? I mostly prefer to choose it's not necessary. Why? Because obedience to parents is a basic rule established in us since we were children. It makes sense. When we were kids, our minds were too pure to judge anything. With zero experience, a child cannot determine what to eat and what not, whether a knife play is safe or not, where something is right or where something is wrong. It was coupled with curiosity that might have caused harm to the child. To prevent such an outcome, humans form a rule: obey what your parents say. They know better than you. Gradually, took the rules that have become a weapon for parents to control their children. That rule that rules has become an inviolable moral rule that every child must obey. Questioning is often safe. This has brought that to the child's criticism and freedom to think and to his or her way of life. The rules that were made for the safety of children are now transformed into tools to control the individual. Mm, I have found many cases in which a person has to look up his or her goals and love because they are incompatible with what his or her parents want. Take an academic course that doesn't match with his or her interest in pleasing a parent's heart, and pursue a relationship with the person that a parent has chosen. Everything has to be done because parents are always right. Do what they want. They know better. So everyone who ever grew up knows that age can make you look more right. And then parents and their children's relationship should be like best friends, like advice and consultant. Their words should be taken as suggestions and solutions, not as comments. But in practice, however, these relationships was like a lord and a slave, and the Lord's words had to be obeyed in a bitter way. Or always obey their parents. Culture forced us to answer yes, but I disagree. There is no absolute yes or no answer to this question. Parents or not, we should not dismiss our criticism. Dismiss the idea that parents are always more right, because clearly this claim is untrue. Put them as counselors, not dictators. We shouldn't always make big decisions in our lives to our parents as if we can make decisions and make them on our own. And it should not be necessary for us to sacrifice our lives to so it should not be necessary for us to sacrifice our lives to satisfy our parents' ambitions and forget what we ourselves truly want. It's your life, cherish your own freedom. Thank you. And the second time is it better to take change in life or play it safe? I mostly prefer to take change in life because understandably tech change is a modern global phenomenon right now, like the startup culture which says do the big things or back off, has developed a mentality that says that only those who are willing to take big change can reap great results. Those who didn't take the change were on the road to collateral failure. according to the Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg. So, what causes a person to become a change taker is the ability to take change and feel comfortable with uncertain results. Our own experiences and the emotional condition of each individual's history are also said to affect how much we take change. Then, to become a better, it is important to let our subconscious take over occasionally, helping the brain to use old memories and connect ideas. Perhaps in the end we must be willing to take advantage of ourselves, to accept that we can make the right choice in order to with bad things if things don't work out. But keep in mind that change is almost always necessary for innovation and progress. It's not about taking any change that come, but training ourselves of every day. Screening each of these feared bad scenarios can help a person to control what feels almost impossible to control, says a young person. I also suggest that considering many possible positive outcomes from tech change. Thank you. And the last topic is if your teacher makes a mistake, is it better to correct the teacher or ignore it? I mostly prefer to correct the teacher because helping to correct the teacher if our teacher makes a mistake is better than we know there is something wrong, but yet we deliberately to do nothing. And to correct our teacher's mistakes will not make our teachers ashamed or angry, as long as we show our attention and concern to help kindly remind others. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you on the next video.